Hello everybody, thanks for watching Giraffe Sports Entertainment. My name is Cole Martins, and today we are going to be talking about the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. As this week, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series heads to the fastest track on the circuit at Michigan International Speedway, where Jeff Gordon captured the pole for this race and also recorded the 6th fastest lap in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series history, running at 206.558 miles per hour speed in qualifying. Also, this is Jeff Gordon's second week in a row he has had a pole, as last week he had the pole at Washington and had a dominating car at Watkins Glen, excuse me, but had a power failure in his car and caused him to be out of the race. Also, news coming in this race, Jeff Burton filled in for Tony Stewart as he is still trying to get over what happened to him a couple weeks ago in his incident. So Jeff Burton coming back in the Sprint Cup Series this week take over the 14 car. Also, another fill-in this week, J.J. Yaley replaced Ryan Truex in the 83 car, as Ryan Truex got in a bad crash in practice at MIS and takes him out of the race. So J.J. Yaley racing the number 83 Burger King car during Michigan. Also, the defending champion of the Pure Michigan 400, Joey Logano, will be starting on the outside of Jeff Gordon, looking to repeat as the June winner of the Michigan race. Jimmy Johnson will be starting way back in the pack in 30th. Let's get to the race now as we head to the green flag, as Jeff Gordon leads the pack to the green, but not for long, as Joey Logano coming to turn 1 passes Jeff Gordon and takes the lead. But then we head to lap number 4, where our first caution of the day happens, where Kyle Busch, one of the chase drivers clinching the chase right now, blows a tire and goes into the wall in turn 1, bringing out the first caution of the day. Then we head to lap 21, where we have our second caution of the day, as we have a competition yellow, as on Saturday night and Sunday morning, rain was reported hitting the track and washed the rubber off the track. So NASCAR just wants to keep it safe and have the crews check the car, make some changes before the race, during the race, to see what changes have happened to the cars. During this competition yellow, most leaders came in besides Ryan Newman, who took over the lead, and Jimmy Johnson as well. Also during the pit stops in this race, Kyle Larson was shown going to drive into his pit stop when Dale Earnhardt Jr. was coming out, hitting Dale Earnhardt Jr., causing heavy damage to Joey Logano, Kyle Larson's left front of his car, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. only taking a little bit of damage to his car and not really ruining his race. Then we had to lap 25, right during the restart. Danica Patrick loses it coming out of turn 1 and causes a big crash in the middle of the corner. As involved in this crash involved Bane, Annette Allgaier, Martin Truex Jr., Matt Kenseth, a guy who was trying to get his first victory of the season after having a very good season last year, J.J. Yaley, and Travis Quaffle. Most of these drivers were pretty much taking some serious damage in this, and a few of them had to go in the garage and ruin their day, including Matt Kenseth. As before the caution came out as well, Jimmy Johnson was able to get in front of Newman, and he would take over the lead and lead a couple laps during this caution. Now we're heading to lap 37, where we have our 4th caution of the day, as debris is found from turn 2, probably from that caution, and which forces Jimmy Johnson to come into pits because he was off sequence with all the other leaders who came in during the competition yell, and gave Joey Logano the lead right back. Then we head to lap 57, where Jeff Gordon, our pole setter, catches up to Joey Logano and takes the lead back from him, but not for long, as a lap later on lap 57, Joey Logano takes the lead right back from him, but Gordon, once again, he gets right behind him on lap 59 and takes the lead right back. And he keeps the lead for a very long time until we head to lap 97, where we have our 5th caution today, as Kyle Larson, who had damage earlier from the Dale Earnhardt Jr. crash. It looks like he cut down a tire, goes flying into the wall in turn 3 and hits it very hard. Hit it hard enough to where his car catches on fire and brings out the 5th caution of the day. And the new rule for NASCAR came into effect in this one, as drivers are now reported not to get out of the car until a safety crew is reported to your car. But since Kyle Larson's car was on fire, he was forced to get out of the car. But he did the smart thing and stood right next to the car until safety crews came over there. So NASCAR had no trouble with that and were okay with the situation that happened there. Also during this caution, the leaders came into pit, and Ryan Newman was able to take the lead after taking a very short pit stop. But then on the restart, Joey Logano, who started in second, takes the lead from Ryan Newman in turn 2. But Joey Logano did not cut the lead for a pretty long time until we hit to lap 142, where Jeff Gordon, once again, who had a very dominant car in this race, takes the lead from Joey Logano after pit stops. And then we head to lap 168, where we have our 6th caution today, where Brad Keselowski has some trouble with, looks like his tire, hits the wall coming into turn 1, and brings out the caution while the drivers were in the cycle of pit stops, which during the time Brad Keselowski was your leader. But with him bring out the caution, it gave the lead to Casey Kane, who had to give up his lead to Joey Logano, who was the first car in the lead after pit stops. Then we had to lap 174 right after the restart, heading into turn 3. Brian Bickers loses control in the middle of the corner, getting in front of a lot of cars spinning out, but luckily was not hit, and he did not hit anything, and no cars hit him. Bringing out our 7th caution, and no damage done to Brian Bickers' car. But then once again, on the lap 179, we have our 8th caution day. At the lap before, Kurt Busch looks like he blew a tire as he was just riding against the wall for an entire lap to the corners. And they threw a caution for debris in turn 2, probably from Kurt Busch. And once again, it brings our 8th caution of the day. Now, in our final restart of the race on lap 184, Joey Logano, who's been dominating Jeff Gordon on these restarts, as Gordon could not get by him down low all day. Those two come into turn 1, battling it for the lead, and Gordon finally pushes him up. Gordon gets by Logano, while Logano looks like he loses some momentum as Kevin Harvick gets underneath him. As those two battled for a while, as Jeff Gordon kept pulling and pulling and pulling away. Finally, Gordon got up to like a 2-second lead, and Logano, or Harvick as well, could not get up to him. As Jeff Gordon gets his 3rd win of the season and wins at Michigan International Speedway and wins the Pure Michigan 400. This is Jeff Gordon's, once again, 3rd win of the year and his 3rd career win at Michigan International Speedway, where his wins were in 1998 and 2001. So it's been 13 years since he's been to victory lane at Michigan. And both those years he's won at Michigan, he's also won the Sprint Cup Championship. Also, Jeff Gordon has taken this points lead with this win in the regular standings and in the chase standings, taking it from Dale Earnhardt Jr. Also in this race, quite a few drivers clinch a spot into the chase as Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, AJ Allmendinger clinch spots, having 12 drivers clinch a spot into the chase so far this year. And also after the race, a big conflict happened as Ryan Newman and Jimmy Johnson had a very, very aggressive talk with each other. As at the end of the race, Johnson looked like he came up on Newman, and if Johnson, I think, believed that Newman hit him when he came back down, but it looks like Johnson actually lost it. So Johnson, after the race was done, came up and gave Newman a little shot to the side, and those two had a big conflict in the pit road. I've not heard any word of if there's going to be anything going on. They did not hate each other or anything. They just had try to talk it out. So it's be interesting to see if that's going to lead into next week's race. Now let's go to the results for Sunday's race at Michigan. In 1st place, Jeff Gordon. 2nd place, Kevin Harvick. 3rd place, Joey Logano. In 4th place, Paul Menard. In 5th place, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And then we have our notable drivers. In 7th place, Denny Hamlin. 8th place, Brad Keselowski, who had a pop tire only 40 laps to go. He had a great job making his way back up and finishing in 8th place. 9th place, Jimmy Johnson, who I should mention earlier in this race had a problem with his shifting gear. Apparently got that fixed really well and got, once again, had another great finish after a horrible day, and he's been having a horrible last couple races, but finally going to fix it last Sunday at Michigan. Then in 13th place, AJ Allmendinger. 16th place, Casey Kane. 19th place, Danica Patrick. 20th, Eric Almirola. 23rd, Carl Edwards. 31st, Kurt Busch. 38th, Matt Kenseth. 39th, Kyle Busch. And finishing in last place in 43rd, Kyle Larson, who took a huge hit in the points, which knocked him out of the chase as of right now. And now we take a look at the points. This is our chase grid coming out of the race number 23 of the season with only 3 races to go until the chase begins. In first place right now is Jeff Gordon with 3 wins and 816 points. In second place, Dale Earnhardt Jr. with 3 wins and 813 points. In third place, Brad Keselowski with 3 wins and 773 points. In fourth place, Jimmy Johnson with 686 points. Fifth place, Joey Logano with 2 wins and 714 points. Sixth place, Kevin Harvick with 2 wins and 687 points. Seventh place, Carl Edwards with 679 points. Eighth place, Kyle Busch with 1 win and 620 points. Ninth place, Denny Hamlin with 1 win and 589 points. 10th place, Eric Almirola with 1 win and 559 points. 11th place, AJ Allmendinger with 1 win and 550 points. In 12th place, Kurt Busch with 1 win and 543 points. And 13th place, Matt Kenseth with 709 points. 14th place, Ryan Newman with 679 points. 15th place, Clint Boyer with 672 points. And in 16th place, with the final spot in the chase as of right now, is Greg Biffle with 660 points. Now, drivers trying to chase Greg Biffle right now to get that final spot. In 17th place, Casey Kane with 651 points, 9 points behind Greg Biffle. 18th place, Austin Dillon with 638 points, 22 points behind Greg Biffle. And Kyle Larson, who was in the chase before this race, but with that 43rd place finish, it hurt him really badly in the points, putting him in 19th place with 636 points, 24 points behind Greg Biffle. Now we head into next week's race, where we head under the lights as we head to the fastest half mile in the world, Bristol Motor Speedway. This race will be on Saturday, August 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC, where last year's winner Matt Kenseth looks to get his first win of the season and try to clinch a spot into the chase, where Carl Edwards, the winner of the March race, which was pretty much a night race in March after a long rain delay in the race starting at 7 o'clock, Carl Edwards will be looking for his third of the win of the season and hopefully getting some confidence built for him after having a couple of bad weeks. That is it for today on the NASCAR series. I'd like to hear what you guys got to say. What did you guys think about the Michigan race? What do you think about Jeff Gordon? Is he back? Is he ready to go? Can he possibly get his 5th championship this year? I'd like to talk to you guys and hear what you guys got to say. If you could also like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be awesome. You can also follow me on Twitter and get the latest NASCAR, NFL, MLB, NBA, and NHL news and every other sport. You can follow me at News Giraffe. And that is it for this show. I thank you guys for watching this. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a great day.